It is a nice sunny day in the UK. I'm kidding, it's raining. But I actually like this weather when you are indoors, so it's good for me, but terrible for people who are outside right now. Hey, how's it going? My name is Murphy. I'm a wannabe personal trainer by day. Wait, I got that wrong. Hey, how's it going? My name is Murphy. I'm a personal trainer by day and a wannabe athlete by night. That's what I wanted to say. If you are new here, hey, how's it going? My name is Murphy, like I said, and if you are a reoccurring subscriber, thank you for popping in again. Today we have an array of various different video pieces to go through, maybe some funny, some exercises that are a little bit odd, and some maybe motivational, pick yourself up by the bootstraps type of things, no excuses. Well, let's get it rolling. Let's watch the first one. It is never too young to train. Well, it is actually. That's definitely too young. But it is a funny video, of course. The kid's not really training. But that kid's gonna be something special when he grows up. But there is this common misconception that kids shouldn't train and work out. I think it depends on what you're doing. I think every kid should lift some weights with guidance, of course. Don't do it unsupervised if you are very young, because you can hurt yourself and it is possible to stunt your growth if you damage your growth plates. However, it is very good doing weightlifting, resistance training, running, sprinting, cardiovascular training for kids to do these at an early age, because it just strengthens and improves your proprioception as you grow and develop. So I'd say definitely train young. When you normally lift more but you have an injury, so you hit this move to let people know. That is funny. That I literally find myself doing this. I haven't even watched people like do this on the internet, so I know it's a unique experience to each individual for sure, because I do this too, where I'm lifting a weight that I know is light, and it's like no one else cares, but for some reason I get up and I'm like, yeah, I'm just so you know, I'm way stronger than this. It's so funny that we all, to some degree, share the same behavior. You know what? I agree. It does annoy me when I see people on a treadmill on an incline. First, it's impressive you're on an incline, but then it's completely thrown out the window when they're holding onto the sides and they're still walking at the same level of the incline. If you're holding onto the handlebars on a treadmill and you're on an incline and your body's still on an incline walking with the treadmill, you're not really doing much work. You're literally helping yourself because you're not taking your weight with you. There's a certain percentage that's taken off as you hold onto the sides. So if anything, just take your hands off and do the same thing. If that's too hard, then why are you on an incline? Just go flat, take it slow, and do the same thing. It does annoy me. Unless you are rehabbing, I don't want to see you holding on to the sides. It's just pointless. But I think people maybe have this conception that they're doing a lot. That it's improving their fat loss potential, I should say. Because I do have a few clients that do ask me that. Oh, do you think if walking on an incline will help to burn fat more? I'm like, there's nuance to it, because to some degree, yes, if you do some form of cardio that isn't too intense for a long duration of time, your body will tap into your fat store reserves. But it's very complicated because it's not as simple as that. It's all in how much calorie you take in within the day and within the week as well. And then I know they get this from the internet, from watching like short snippet videos of literally someone on a treadmill on an incline saying this isn't fat loss. So I've seen this before, where someone was jogging on a treadmill and they're like, this isn't losing weight or something like that. And then they do themselves walking on an incline and they're like, this is making you burn fat. And I'm like, that's so stupid. No, like, I get what you're saying, what the whole premise is of that video, but there's more nuance to it. You're not gonna just burn fat by walking on an incline. You're not gonna burn fat by doing ab exercises. See, I'm getting triggered. But there's more to it. Like I said, it's all how much calories you take in within a day. Unfortunately, it is as simple as that. It's just people are not gonna accept it. We live in a world where we want a fast way to get to things, but unfortunately, fitness is the only harsh thing that will give you the results depending on how much effort you put into it. I'm sorry, you cannot cheat fitness. I know we got Ozempic as well, but there is caveats to having or using the Ozempic, because if you don't resistance train, you're gonna lose a certain level of you're gonna lose strength, you're gonna lose your muscle mass, I think your bone even atrophies as well. You lose bone density and strength if you don't weight train. You take someone who has had a terrible diet, now you cut that diet into a quarter, and they're still eating the same thing. It's just less. What do you expect? You're gonna lose weight, yeah, sure, but terrible weight loss. Yeah, I'm done with my rant. Don't do that treadmill exercise. It's just everyone doing cable rows like this, swaying back and forth, and then he's leaning forward, and then does the same movement but stays in that forward lean. I've heard that targets a different portion of the back. I need to do my own research. I'm not too exactly versed when it comes to those exact changes, but I'll tell you this: if you're doing an exercise and you are swinging or using momentum for that movement, depending on what you're training for, if it's hypertrophy for muscle growth, I suggest you control the tempo. Tempo meaning time under tension. Control the time and duration that you take yourself through the movement. Do not swing because you're creating momentum from that swinging. So you're cheating the reps. Do it under control because it helps to keep that tension and load on the muscles.
Shoot, I only have 30 minutes for my workout today. It's not worth it. Okay, I have 30 minutes. I can do a quick dumbbell workout at home. Yes, I have a full 60 minutes to do a proper gym workout. Amazing, 60 minutes for today's workout. I love when that happens. 45 minutes? I prefer a full hour, maybe tomorrow. Okay, 45 minutes, I can work with that. 20 minutes to exercise? Yeah, there's no way. I only have 20 minutes, so I'll do a circuit of push-ups and bodyweight squats. I only have 30 minutes to work out. That's not enough time. 30 minutes, amazing. I'll go out for a quick run. I guess I'm too busy to work out consistently. Wow, I'm so happy I made the most of the time I had available to exercise.
What I got from that whole video was it's not about perfection, hence the caption. It's about being as consistent as you can. You can make the time. There's always time to be made for things that are important in your life. So if your health is important, make time. I know you say you don't have time to spare, but you do. You probably get home from work, you probably got 10 minutes to do some kind of exercise like an isometric. Isometric's what? You could do 30 seconds per particular isometric training. You could do, let's say, a wall sit. That's an isometric, holding that angle. You can do that. Within 10 minutes, you can do 3 rounds of 30-second holds, then do a different exercise. You have time to make. It's just, do we want to prioritize that time doing something we don't like doing? That's the difficult aspect. So, like I think there was a quote Mike Tyson said, do things that you hate like it's your job. Do it like you love it, because that is what's gonna really produce the best results. I don't know about y'all, but I despise like fake reactions. I know I have to do it to some degree. I just don't. Yeah. I think I just don't like fake reactions. Because I know for a fact she put the camera down and then she's already done this exercise before. And now she's like, let me do this, stand in front of the camera and then fake my reaction to how I felt when I did the exercise. I understand. I'm just nitpicking here and there. I know I do it too. Let me be. A lot of people do feel their lower back working when they do RDLs. To some degree, it is a lower back exercise too. We can't, bypass that. But if you do feel too much tension in your lower back to the point where it feels so uncomfortable, then you are probably just not hinging properly. You're not engaging the right muscles. Your core isn't switched on. Things like that. So cues I always kind of get people to do is think about bracing and shoving your hips as far back as you can to the top corner of the room. Top corner? Yeah. Top center corner of the room, if that makes sense. I don't know, whatever. It makes more sense if you're actually practically doing it. But if people aren't hinging properly from the hips and they're hinging, let's say, from their spine, the lumbar, then you're gonna feel your lower back. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Moving the weight versus controlling it. Obviously now she's obviously built some more muscle, so you can see the definition. But there is differences with when you're just going through the motions of lifting the weight versus when you're actually taking yourself through time under tension. The tempo that's usually recommended is a 4-2-2 tempo. So 4 being, let's say we're using a squat for example, the 4 seconds meaning we're going down in that squat for 4 seconds. The 2 seconds is where we hold. It's that little isometric we do. We transition from the eccentric into the concentric. So that bit where we've gotten down and we hold, that's 2 seconds. Then the other 2 seconds is when we come up. So that's usually the recommended tempo speed for any lifting format because it helps to, I guess, promote and stimulate hypertrophy for your muscles. And now for the challenge. Can you do this? Looks tough. I'm going to be doing a voiceover over this because I found a video of me doing this in December. So here goes nothing. I go for the row. The coming up aspect was a little bit difficult, so I was like, that's not enough. Let me do it again. Let me try again. And so I gave it a go on the other side, and it was a lot more smoother, I would say. And to be honest, this was a lot more easier than I thought. And of course, because I have dreads, I just show off a lot. So hey ho. So successful challenge. Did pretty good. I think it was relatively easy. Leave it in the comments below if you actually are able to do the same thing. If you can even do a push-up, I guess, let alone hold yourself in that push-up position with one arm. But if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys when I see you guys next time. Peace.